Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Wallace, 41 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Jerry Rice, open right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Brad 38. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex. Ohio.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And now running right through him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different long night. Now, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Taylor will throw again. The left side throw complete to Adams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 4th down. Here's Taylor. Complete. He finds Bray. 11 yards on the pickup, and the 49ers are going to get a first.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Taylor to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Devon Kennard coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. They're going to look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mike Wallace with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Powers ahead at the 45. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, 49ers. Cameron Brate, 79 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Wallace. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Wallace on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Gurley looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Three-man line. Okay, this play is 85.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action now. Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Donnell Allaby leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Man 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
The play clock's running down.
Flex round. Flex round.
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. Man open, Rice. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. On first down, it's Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Well, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Here we go. It's Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The Twat, Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, 49ers. Todd Gurley, 49 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down following the run.
Set. 180. 180.
He'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Champ Bailey, a man who had 52 picks in his great career, has a pick there.
And if people had actually challenged him more, what do you think that number would have been?
Could have been higher. They just didn't like to throw his way, and for good reason.
Well, when you throw it and he takes it away, and he had such great ability that when he made an interception, there was a potential it'd end up in the end zone. He played both ways in college at the University of Georgia.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Taylor will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Craig Robertson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Play clock winding down. Here's Taylor. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a San Francisco 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
1st and goal, defense with their back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. They'll set up to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now it's Taylor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Craig Robertson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Spencer Lanning now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd. See if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
85. 85. Watch the hunt.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guy's going up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.